Okay, so on next slide, after tens of thousands of years of First Nations living here on Turtle Island without any influence from the outside world. Um, First contact to the New World is a very controversial issue. As recently as last week, a scientific anthropology um, magazine, academic magazine, they have finally come to announce what we've known all along, that the first Europeans to come to Turtle Island, what eventually became known as America, was not Christopher Columbus. It was a group of seafaring people from Scandinavia. They were called the Vikings. They had explored and moved their territory all throughout Europe and had gone west and established a colony in Canada off an island called Newfoundland. There has been a suggestion that they even made it as far south as Massachusetts. And in fact, in Boston Common, not that far from Showa, Boston, is a statue to a Viking explorer, Eric the Red. So we have known long before that before Christopher Columbus got to America, there were other Europeans that had visited here and had even established a colony. And they interacted with the First Nations peoples of the day. So this video kind of shows, it's hypothetical. We don't know if this really happened or not, but it's an indication of two very different peoples from very different parts of the world meeting together for the first time. So let's take a look at this European contact 500 years before Columbus. A daring band of Vikings led by Leif Erikson set foot in North America and established a settlement. And long before that, some scholars say that America seems to have been visited by seafaring travelers from China and possibly visitors from Africa and even Ice Age Europe. So the ancient world was well connected long before Columbus got here. So let's take a look at first contact. Again, this will be in the email that I sent you and in the description box below. So take a look at that link. Okay, so really the first European musical influence came from the seafaring group of Vikings that explored the New World long before Columbus got here. And in this video here, in the description box below and in the email that I sent you, is an example of some of the musical instruments that were played by these early explorers to America. And similarly, like the First Nations peoples, they had a kind of wind instrument that was made of the horn of a cow or a buffalo. And in addition, the Vikings brought something kind of like a guitar, a stringed instrument that they played along with their music and singing. Now, the Vikings had great stories. They're called sagas. And they would sing these songs and tell these stories in oral tradition. Again, very similar to First Nation stories about the bravery and um, the leaders of the past, and maybe fighting off mythological dragons and spiritual world, evil forces, protecting the society, those kinds of things. And so this video kind of shows us a little taste of what Viking music was, and how it was brought to Turtle Island with these seafaring explorers and adventurers. So take a listen to that. You should know where to find that by now.